Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. We are doing another video today here to do some more rank grind, and I'm going to have another set of rewards to share with you guys. And speaking of guilds, TNA, Time and Attention, is hosting our second tournament this week on the 14th. It's 35 Dark Energy Crystals to get into it, and you should be in it. We've only got 45 or so entrants, and the top 5 are going to be invited to join the guild. You're coming in as, if you win, and if you want, you'll be invited to come into the Discord. It's the entrance way into Time and Attention, and we have plans to make this thing big. We've got huge, exciting things in the works to grow out and expand ways that you personally can gain from playing and investing your time and attention, not just in Splinterlands, but more broadly in guilds and brawls and everything associated with that. So I'm very excited about Time and Attention and what we're doing, and I think you will be too, and I'd love for you to come join that journey with us. But the first step is really getting into that tournament and showing your success, having great success there, being amongst the top 5, and we'll find you and we'll get you set up and get you involved. Okay, so check that out, and if you don't know how to do that, you come over to events and you just find the Time and Attention inaugural ball. It's set up to go take place on the 14th of October, which is 2 days from now, a little less than 2 days from now. As you can see, 46 players in it, 35 DC per player. And as I was pointing out earlier today, they're paying like, I think 20 DC per win at silver. So, I mean, it's literally 2 wins. So get in there, guys, get in there, get involved in Time and Attention. We need you, we want you. We're growing, and we need bodies. We need people who are excited about this game, who understand what this game can, how it can reward you and how it can change your life. And if that's you, please get involved and make yourself known. Okay. Other than that, let's get into some other stuff, like some of this battle business. We're about to claim an Earth Quest reward from my main account, but first I want to show you 2 battles that where I won recently. One of them is going to feature the Jin Bilka, and we're going to see a couple different things on there. I want to look at how the Void works. I want to look at how the magic reflect, which could kill it if it was at a level 4. We're going to look at that. Also, it features the Pelcor Mercenary, which is going to be a new amazing tank. It already is an amazing tank, but it's going to start being featured more and more by successful teams. And the price point isn't yet where it ultimately is going to end up. I'm certain of that. And so we're going to look at that. And then secondly, we're going to get into the Magi of the Forest. I want to see that one here. It's such an amazing card. It's an old card, but think about what this card looks like and understand that there are cards out there now as new reward cards that could offer similar utility within the green splinter, or for that matter within other splinters. So let's watch, first of all, we'll watch this this battle with the Jin Bilka and the Pelcor Mercenary. As you can see, I'm going up against Jodin. That's, you know, this is an outmatch, right? This is Jodin is far more powerful than little what's Buddy's name? I forget his name right now, but this rare summoner. Obviously, this is like, I'm outgunned, and he's got snipe, and so that plus the blast, plus this guy goes 5 damage because of Jodin's archery buff. So this is a concern for me. I didn't think I was going to win this when it started off, and my guys are all going to be slamming into this Lord Arianthus, who's got the thorns, who's got the void, who's got the shield, who's got the magic reflect. So I turned this on. I'm thinking I'm done. I figure I'm done, but let's see what happens. We're going to watch this on slow-mo. And of course, speed is always the thing with me, isn't it? Like, that's one of the, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the most important things you can do for your team. Arrange it so that you have the speed advantage. I've got Brownie for 1. I've got Creeping Ooze to take away 1 of his speed. And that makes all of his guys look at 1 and 2 speed respectively. It allows some dodges that would have been pivotal. There you go. Bilka took a magic damage, no problem. That's so important. I ended up dying because of the blast there, but it's important to see that I've chipped away this Lord Arianthus. I did chip away the Lord Arianthus, and ultimately, that guy's going to be so much more resilient, generally speaking, because of that void. The great thing is he's not killing himself. And for 2 magic damage at a 3 cost, such an affordable, powerful monster. And then the Pellicor Mercenary here, with the flight and the 5 speed, just dodging big hits right there, right? Just dodged a 5 archery damage, which would have killed the Brownie, and which would have nearly killed the Mercenary. With the self-heal to get through the Lord Aranthus Thorns, and the flight to dodge, such a powerful card for a very affordable price. An 80 DC, which again amounts to like $1.20. 80 times... We're getting about $1.12 US for that win. 15-20 US dollars per day playing ranked battles right now at diamond level. And then this one here is our second match. And again, we're going to feature a card here. I want you to look at the Magi of the Forest. I know most of you guys aren't going to be able to afford the level 6 Magi of the Forest. This is an older card. I believe it's a promo card, and it's very expensive. But look at this, with 4 magic and 4 speed and, you know, a relatively low amount of hearts, there are cards out there now that are this card. Let's watch the battle first. Watch the battle. And this is a battle with monsters don't have any abilities and no legendaries. In this context, cards like this are so game-changing because the high magic damage often equates to a win for only 4 cost. So it ends up penetrating and deleting cards like the Cockatrice that have the high speed and can dodge archery monsters like your Earth Elemental. And then, fortunately, I'm able to sit behind a Failed Summoner. I think there's going to be another play in the new modern format that's going to look very much like this, and I want to show it to you in a minute. So 4 magic damage is just too high, and we just erased his team, really. Like we were never really at risk. 82, another $1.20 for that win. Now we'll open the rewards after this, but first come over to Peak Monsters with me. So I think the white team has this exact play or very similar play, and we can compare the price points on these things. Pellicor Conjurer. Isn't this a lot like Failed Summoner? It's got, at the highest level, it's got 8 hit points. It's got a bunch of support abilities, like flying makes it a more evasive. It's going to be resilient during those earthquake matches. Magic Reflect, Divine Shield, and Phase. So this is, the Failed Summoner offers, like, I'm going to show it to you in case you guys don't know it. So it's the green monster I just won with. The 2 cost tank, like an off tank, you'd probably call it, because it doesn't have any melee or attack, but it has Magic Reflect, just like the Pellicor Conjurer does. It also offers Demoralize and Strengthen, which are support abilities that are going to strengthen your team and weaken your enemy. But differently, the Pellicor Conjurer doesn't have those, but it has the Phase and Divine Shield and Flying, which all together add up to it being more resilient, which is a support for your team in that this off tank won't die as quickly as some other tanks will. It's gonna dodge magic, it's gonna dodge archery, it's got a high rate of speed, it has flying, it has Divine Shield. All of those things make this card more resilient than some of your other tanks out there. And this card isn't one that's going to be like a main tank because it doesn't do that damage, and it's in those low mana matches where you need somebody that's going to be that meat shield. This has a ton of hit points, just like the Failed Summoner. Failed Summoner has 10 hit points, or 9 at the highest level. 10 at level 9 and 9 at the highest level. So this one has slightly more hit points, but they're in the same ballpark of utility. And so, okay, that's the tank. So what Failed Summoner is selling for like $1.50 per BCX. This is a common card. Pellicor Conjurer, common card, and currently selling for 16 cents per BCX. That's point number 1. Let's look at... I was just waiting for my dog to stop barking there. Somebody knocked at the door, so she had to tell us all about it. Okay, so now Jin Renova, epic monster. And what's that card cost called? I forget what it's called. An epic though. There it is. Magi of the Forest. Magi of the Forest, level 6, epic, 4 magic damage, no abilities whatsoever. But this card costs 4 mana. So for what you get in, for what you lose in abilities, this card offers you a lower mana cost. It's an amazing card in that way. 4 mana is really affordable, and it works within those, what are they called? Little Leagues rule set where all your monsters have to be under 4. So this card is amazing, amazing, amazing. Even when monsters lose their abilities, even in Little Leagues. But this card costs a fortune. It costs $45 per BCX for this card. Now skip over with me to Jin Renova, who at the highest level this is a different card. This is a better card. It has Strengthen at level 1, and it has Triage at level 4. Those two abilities make this card way more powerful. Triage is an amazing ability. Strengthen is awesome to have. But this card combined with Conjurer that I just showed you is almost exactly like the Failed Summoner with the Magi of the Forest, because this card has 4 magic at the highest level. So does Magi of the Forest. Magi of the Forest doesn't have any abilities. Jin Renova has 2 amazing abilities plus more hit points. So this card actually I think is better, but they're comparable in what they offer. If you're fighting a low mana match, you could easily put Conjurer, Pelacor Conjurer, and then Jin Renova in a similar way to the way I just played Failed Summoner with Magi of the Forest. This card's selling for $3.60. Nope, $4 per BCX. This card is selling for $45 per BCX. I hope you're seeing what I'm trying to show you, which is that these cards, you can look at similar utility and understand where the price points are going to end up. Now, there are fewer copies of the Magi of the Forest than there are of the Jin Renova, because these Jin Renova, all of the new reward cards, have more, there are more copies of them being printed than of older reward cards. So that's something to take into consideration. But remember what we've said before. It's not just that that's not the only consideration. The number of cards that are going to be printed is one consideration, but then the number of players playing is another consideration. So you need to know the supply and the demand. And Jin Renova might have, I think it's 15 times the supply, if I remember correct. But there's also 20 or 30 or 40 times the number of players playing the game now, as opposed to when probably 50 times the number of players. Because I remember when there was like 1,000 people playing this game, 3,000 people playing this game. And now there's, quickly, Explorer, Dashboard, daily active players, 360,000. I remember when there was 3,000. So the number of players has grown so exponentially that the excess supply for Jin Renova is not going to be a problem. Understand that these cards are comparable and that their value is heading in the same direction. And I guess to say one more thing on that, Magi of the Forest is older, so it will always probably be more expensive than a card like Jin Renova, because Jin Renova is newer. But Magi of the Forest will appreciate now, I think, slower than Renova will appreciate, because this one is, the Renova is still in print. So, wrap it up. I'm really pumped about seeing games like that one that I just showed you, because you see the utility of magic monsters hidden behind very cheap meat shields, such as Failed Summoner or such as that Pelacor Conjurer. These cards are super valuable. Stop selling them for 16 cents, guys. If you play this game and you understand what it is, stop selling these cards for 16 cents. Everyone who watches this channel should stop selling these cards for so cheap. And in 2 years, you're going to thank me. Okay, now let's go on. We'll open the rewards and we'll call it there. So we're opening another reward chest for my main account. Hopefully we can get some gold foils. NDC, Helicore Bandit, Alchemy Potion, Gargoyle Lion, Mercenary. Nice. Yeah, I only need about 15 more of those, and we'll get those exploding rats simply by getting daily rewards. So I don't necessarily need to race out and buy those. 50 Dark Energy Crystal, nice. Another Basilisk, love it. Okay. Great reward again. Big fan of this one. Ton of cards. 1, 2 rares. No epics or legendaries, but that's okay. Still a great set of rewards. Guys, this game's amazing and it rewards you for your time and attention. There's so much going on with this game. Daily rewards, dark energy crystals, monster flipping within the marketplace, identifying cheap and buying low and then selling in 2 years and understanding that the appreciation is there for you. Getting involved in guilds, getting involved in time and attention tournaments and the opportunity to win, but then also to come into the guild. There's so much going on here. Land is coming down the pipeline. Be excited, but also understand that this is not an overnight thing. And if you're interested in that type of analysis, make sure you stick around to the channel, like and subscribe, because this is my heart where I want to educate people on the possibility for changing your life financially with this amazing blockchain-based video game. It's something that happens with an investment of time and attention and over the course of weeks and months and even years. But at some point, if you stay with this thing and you stay active in it, you're going to just be so astonished by what you've accomplished and what you've earned. And that's my heart for you guys. So if that sounds great, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and have an amazing day. God bless.